live stream. My name is W.C.Wainwright, and I am CEO of One Love United Coast to Coast. What we are a bunch of brothers, hard workers, squares, been in and out of trouble in life, had our ups and downs as black men, but at the end of the day, here we are. We're blessed. And God has been good enough to make us fathers. And so, uh, first and foremost, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. And I'm glad to see you lived another day. And I hope your kids are giving you your flowers while you're still alive. I know a lot of us are locked up today, incarcerated, under the ground. You can name it. It'll be true. But for some of us more fortunate, blessed folks who are fathers, uh, and been fathers, and still fathers, and good sons, and good brothers, and good teachers, and good mentors, I salute you. And I stand with you. Um, First, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I was born in St. Louis, Missouri, and I was raised in Los Angeles. I went to Crenshaw High School. I know a lot of y'all are familiar with that. And Washington. Um, I lived in the 60s neighborhood, and I also lived in the Brims neighborhood. So I knew sets from both sides. Uh, it's pretty hard not to be involved with somebody in the gang. You're from LA. And yeah, I knew people. I knew founders. I knew OGs, what they call them. And being 65 and still being able to speak to you today is a blessing in and of itself. But let me tell you a little bit about West Coast United. Um, One Love is just that. We want to be one love to everybody. But first and foremost, we want to be one love to all these youngsters, these black folks, these young black women out here trapped in the streets. Uh, some of us need training. Some of us just got out of jail. Some of us still trying to find ourselves. Don't know what peace of mind is. Trapped up in drugs and not being able to get a job. It's really tough out here, on these streets. And for some of you unfortunate ones that don't have fathers available to you, for one reason or another, my heart goes out to you. And this is mainly why I'm doing this today, and let you know once we get our heels and our wheels up under us, you can ride with us. We're going to try to find you, some place to get training. We're going to get you some aid. We're going to try to do whatever we can to help you. But for the moment, just be strong and know that God's got your back, because He won't put no challenges in front of you that He won't give you strength enough to bear. And when everyone's out there saying you can't do it, look at me. And 7 years ago, I didn't even know what an email address is. Now I have 5 different platforms on the internet. So nothing is impossible to you because you are smart enough to know you need to find the answers. And that's always a good beginning, um, to know if you got a problem. Some of us don't admit to having problems. Some of us too high spirited, and those people remain lost. And in order to find out that you need something, first you have to realize that you may have a problem getting it, and you need to solve that way of getting it. And so that's what One Love United Coast to Coast is all about. We're about bringing brothers together, bringing sisters together, bringing communities together. Hopefully, we vote in this next election. It's very important. Um, we do need funding. We need to sell our T-shirts. We need to sell our patches, because nobody's giving us nothing. But that's good, because we're used to that. You know, there's a lot of spoiled individuals out here. They born with a silver spoon in their mouth. I'm sure you know who you are. But for the majority of folks in general, just trying to get by, you gotta scrape, you gotta fight, you gotta get up every day and you gotta make it happen. And but first and foremost, you have to not give up. You have to endure. My father used to say, the race is not given to the swift or the strong, but to those that endure to the end. So let me tell you something. You keep fighting, you keep trying, and I'll keep hoping with you. And if I can, I'll try to help you. Now, I want to cross over a few points here. I do have a GoFundMe. I have Instagram. I have Twitter. I run a few threads about uh, reparations, some politics involved there. Um, I also have fun on my YouTube channel. That's capital W dot capital C dot capital WAINWRIGHT. And you can also email me at WENDELLWRIGHT. That's all lower caps. Excuse me. That's all lowercase with no spaces. And, check me in. I've been talking to a few OGs from different sets, talked to some people who will remain anonymous at this point, and I'm going to try to get the figureheads of a couple of these sets together, just like my little brother, the founder, originator, creator, Gilbert Earl Wainwright, um, got this whole ball started. I have to give a shout out to him. Congratulations, little brother, for being nominated Juneteenth Father of the Year in Las Vegas. I salute you, brother, and I'm happy for you and your family. I know you've been going through a lot of struggles, as we all have. We're just getting out of COVID, you know, about to vote in a president, depending on who you want. I don't care. I'm not getting involved in your choices. I'm just saying get out there and get involved because we need every voice to be heard. And in the long run, we'll be better for it because we won't have nothing to complain about if things don't go your way, you know. If you don't vote, you got nothing to say. So take a back seat and let that be the reason. Now, as far as what our duties are, what we are trying to accomplish. Like I said, we're trying to get the OGs from different sets to get involved with other programs, you know, like black on black violence, mothers against drunk driving, different things of this nature, um, to try to, resolve our issues without killing one another, man. You know, it's enough that the government takes away your rights to have a baby or not have a baby. It's enough that we had to deal with three strikes, you know. It's enough that every time you go into the store to buy something, it costs a little bit more, but you get a little bit less. What's up with that? And right now, I have a good cause, as my brothers do. And I'm shouting out all my brothers out there. You know who you are. If you got a shirt like this, you got a position in authority. I want to see you wear your shirt. And I want to see you send me a pic of that shirt. And I want to post it on our website. All right. One Love United Coast to Coast. That's on Facebook. All right. Don't be ashamed of who you are, man, or how you feel. Speak up. Don't let these people scare you, man. You know? Yeah, they killed our leaders, but they can't kill us all. So, man, speak up. Come on. Now, at the end of the day, if you know what I'm saying, give me a shout out. Say, you right, W.C. I'm riding with you. All right. And in the post, I want you to say, I'm going to wear my shirt and send me that picture. Because we got CEOs out here, you know. We got sergeant at arms. People need to know we ain't scared, we ain't hiding, you know. But we also need editors, we need creators, we need commentators, we need speakers, we need these people to get together and help the cause, help your folks. Because one day, I'm 65. I may not have long to be here anyway. I'm in good health, thank God. But I mean, one day we ain't gonna be here. And you don't know, the good Lord might send a rock from the Kuiper belt and just give us all a reset. So do something good while you're here. You know, support your people. And if you got a father, not a baby daddy, you know, send me the shout out in the chats and let me know. Yeah, I got a good one standing by my side. All right. Looked out for his kids and got up and took the kid to school and fixed breakfast in the morning for the kid. I did all those things. But at the end of the day, do you think my estranged son even called to wish me a happy Father's Day? No. Do I care? No. Because I'm confident that I did my job and I did my best. Can you feel confident about that? Text me and say I did my best. All you mothers who stood behind your fathers, the ones that really showed your kids some love and married you, hopefully, and tried to give you a family, send me a text. I got a real one in my comments. All right. And we want to know about these cats. And I give my brother props. He went through ups, he went through downs, but his family ended up having a home. All his kids is grown. The man got 5 kids. I only had one. And we all have trouble with our kids. Everybody knows, you're not going to make everybody happy, right? But at the end of the day, do you really care? Do you really care about making everybody happy? Love, he's got a good book out, parenting program. He just got accolades from Juneteenth in Vegas. They voted him the father of the Juneteenth festival. You know, I have to give a shout out to Kalina, Kashar. I'm sorry, Chris, Cash. I have to give a shout out to my nephews, you know, Roland Cornell and Roderick, you know. Uh, those kids are great. They changed the dichotomy of what what they used to be into something even better. I'm not saying they started out wrong. I'm just saying, how all people they go through things, they try to live their life, they try to find their way. All these kids are doing great things. I got a nurse in the family. One of them's a nurse. One of them got her own business in New York. The nephew is doing movies, and the other one's in sales. I'm so proud of them. You know, I'm so proud of them because they bring something to the table. If you come to this world, you know, crying, screaming, needing food, you know, somebody to help you survive, and you get that provided to you, don't you think it's your obligation to give something back? Or do you want to be known as a person that came to this world crying and screaming with your hands out and never gave nothing back? I know some people like that. They have all the opportunity in the world and they know where we came from. They came from the same place. And now they got too many cars, they can't drive them. They got too many houses, they can't live in them. They got too many businesses, they can't pay attention to them. They have so many people that love them, they don't have time to shake their hand. What is this world coming to? When we lose the compassion for each other, we don't have time enough to be kind to somebody that's been kind to us. Much less somebody that don't really care about you. But somebody reach out and be kind to you. You don't show the same compassion. What is this world coming to, man? Really? I have to give a shout out to the real ones, okay? I watch the internet more than I watch TV now. I watch YouTube, I watch, you know, Facebook, they got Twitter, all kind of stuff. And you know why? Because it comes from the people. The people, man, not the media, the paid reporters. Only one I watch is Lester Holt. I like to watch Lester Holt when I'm eating dinner. Yeah, I like to watch Lester Holt. But that's it. You know, once in a while I'll watch Meet the Press or something like that, you know, and I'll see what they got to say. Well, most of it is lies anyway. But at the end of the day, I like being informed. And speaking of that, I know if you're going through any kind of trials and tribulations in Florida right now with all that rain, man, and we going through struggles in Africa, and we going through struggles in Palestine, and we going through struggles everywhere, man. These hard times. This is time to start loving each other, man. This is time to start coming together. This is time to start forgetting about our differences, man, and try to build bridges, and cross them. Now, I meant to tell you a little something about myself. Like I said, I was raised in LA, and I started at Local 11, which is a hotel union. Came out here in 79, got into hotel restaurant business. I've been a captain, I've been a waiter, I've been a bartender, I've been a steward. You know, I'm on LinkedIn too. I'm still learning, you know, um, how to post my links. Um, but like I say, every day I get up, it's a challenge. And I ask myself, why do I do this? What's the use? Well, I contributed to some of that drama, you know. I mean, thank God I never really hurt nobody, when I was in LA, but I could have, and I didn't. And I thank God for that. But sometimes you don't even have to open your mouth to hurt people, you know. Sometimes you could just say the wrong thing and get somebody killed, you know. God forbid. I mean, I don't think anybody ever wanted to see somebody who was blameless hurt. Like you see a baby, getting run over by a car or something, you know, like I seen back in the day. Or some shameless uh, uh, gunfire in the street that goes through the wall and hits somebody watching TV, stuff like that. You know, my neighbor got hit by a truck, and he's got two big giant screws in his knees. And every morning he gets up in pain. And I'm sure he didn't ask for that, but I mean, these kind of things happen, and when they do happen, we need to be there for each other. We need to support each other. I like Charleston White, for example. And Charleston White, he puts on a hell of a show. I mean, like he don't give a, you know what I mean. But at the end of the day, I think he's made some very good points. I mean, I don't think I agree with everything he says, but I think we need to show compassion for each other, man. You know, and stop the killing, stop the illing. You know, start start being real about yourself and admitting when you're wrong, man. Step down sometime. Let somebody else do the talking. You know, I'm hoping I don't have to wear all the hats in this business. You know, like I say, I'm 65. The Lord only offered you three score and ten, so I don't know how long I got. But at the end of the day, I need people to be editors. I need people to be, speakers. I need the young. young guys out there in the street who's on the line. So we don't see a Nipsey Hussle getting killed, or we don't see all the things going on in Chicago, you know, with the guy King Von and Duck and all this other stuff. You know, I like what Blankety Pound is doing. He just got out. He learned about the internet, started his channel, and he's blowing up. Man, that's what's up. But at the end of the day, no, we don't need this, man. Yeah, we need to learn how to survive. Yeah, we need to learn how to take care of each other. You know, and we need to learn how to be good fathers. You know, and like I said, happy shout out to all the fathers out there. I ain't talking about baby daddies. I'm talking about fathers. You know, it's all right to have your fun and games when you're younger. When you start making kids, playtime's over, boy. Show respect to that family and marry that girl. All right, and give that boy a name and be a father to that child. You know, don't be a sucker. Okay. Now, at the end of the day, with that said, I'm not gonna keep you, but that will help a black man beat the odds or a black woman beat the odds. And if you're doing dirt, man, don't bring that around your house. Be smart, you know, and try to get out as soon as you can, man. I know you got to have your experiences, you know. People just curious. They got to learn what it's about. But you know what they say about curiosity? Yeah, that's right. It kills the cat. So with that in mind, I'm going to move on. And all the ladies out there, don't you forget, it takes a village to raise a child, but only a man can teach a man. All right. Now, you young ladies, I'm not saying you can't do it because I was raised by a woman and she raised 6 kids, okay? 6 by herself. I didn't even meet my father, as far as I can remember, until I was 5 years old. But I don't blame him for that because there are all kind of reasons to keep people from being together on the same page. Shit, you might get up on the wrong side of the bed one day and just have a disagreement and figure out that's the last straw. Now it's time to walk, you know. But if you know, like I know, you got a bigger commitment. You got a bigger commitment, and it's to that kid, you know. You lay down with the woman, you help bring the kid into the world. Now be a man. Man up and give that kid a chance to have a decent life. All right. Or just be a sucker, you know. Step aside and let a better man come in and teach your kid how to be a man. Somebody gonna teach your kid how to be a man. I know the founder of this organization that I'm in right here always said, hey, we gotta teach these kids how to be men and women. Otherwise, the police gonna do it, the gang is gonna do it, and whoever else is out there. I don't want to call too many names, but you know what I'm saying. We got a responsibility. All right. Now, if you are in the San Francisco area and you want to get in touch with me, I'll come out. I'll talk to you. I'm not scared. You know, if you want to help us, try to find some peace of mind for scared white folks that walk the street at night, because we got something to do with that too. A lot of unhappy black folks out there knocking people in the head, you know. It goes across racial barriers, really, but just poor folks, man. We need training, you know, and we need to be at peace. Now, I understand thug life, but at the end of the day, we need to have a real life. We need to have good life, like Sheik used to say. All right. And you ladies, let a man be a man, you know. Don't criticize the man for raising the child the way he wants. If he want to toss that baby up in the air, let him toss that baby up in the air. All right? Because one day that baby might be jumping out of a plane, you know, or being thrown out of a car. And if he ain't been tossed around a few times, he ain't gonna make it. All right. We got to remember, life prepares you for your ordeals, through your trials and your tribulations. That's what determines whether you make it or not. If you haven't been through nothing, you can't go through nothing. I've seen so many people, they get caught up on little things and they just end up throwing in the towel, you know. You can't throw in the towel. You got to be strong. You got to be able to deal with it, you know. I'm glad to still be here. Yeah. I was raised on the east side of LA, all right, right down the street from Avocado Corner. All right. I went to 75th Street School. All right. Yeah, down the street from Watts Towers. I was right next to one of the first Black Panther Party establishments, right on the block there off of Avalon. All right. You know, we moved from the east side, we went to the west side. But when we finally got to the west side, we lived on Arlington, 59th. All right. And guess who was my neighbor? Swig, Connie. All right. Michael. Van S boys and all that shit, right? I didn't know nothing about gangs. I wasn't but 10 or 11, but they knew I had heart. And I wasn't scared of nobody. Neither was my folks. Something about St. Louis, we don't breed characters that have, you know, I don't know what you call it, cowardice. People in St. Louis, to show me state, man, they hard as nails, man. And I've been blessed. I haven't been in a penitentiary, but I had my ups and downs. And at the end of the day, I try to be a nice guy, even when I did my little time. And thank God I wasn't no animal, and I wouldn't let them turn me into an animal. And that's why I walked away without uh, felony conviction. I never been to the penitentiary. But my little brother, yeah. And my brother that passed away, that's another story for another video. We're not even going to talk about that. But if his son is out there, I give my shots out to you, young Charles, CT. Just had another baby, working for NASA, you know. His dad was a hustler. He died before he was even, I don't know, 5, 6 years old. It might have been for the best, and I hate to say that, God forbid. You know, my brother died. I miss him every day, you know. And if you check any of my videos, you'll see a picture of him. We used to call him CT. He was a hell of a gangster, you know. And he did his things. You know, they called him Mad Rock. He did his thing with the Crips and all that, you know. And he's gone today. And but his son, he would be proud of his son. His son works for NASA. Got a nice big house, a beautiful wife, beautiful kids. Y'all see, check my videos. Y'all see him. Hey, Charles, and if you out there, send me love one, huh? You know, because I know you can do it, man. And anybody out there that's trying to make it and don't want to give up, they will make it. But you got to stay true to yourself, and you got to stay true to what's in your heart. And don't let anybody push you around or push you into any peer groups that you don't feel comfortable with. And to the ladies, be ladies. And all them gentlemen of leisure, if you got to do your thing, hey, man, church, do your thing. I'm not mad at you at all, you know, because we all got to survive. We all got to eat. And I think society gets trapped and tripped up on how we eat. But a lot of times they ain't trying to help us to eat. And we all, and society gets tripped up on telling us how we should survive and what we need to do to survive. And everybody just don't have the resources, man. So at the end of the day, you do what you got to do to find your way. I met a lot of cats in the street that kept me from doing the wrong thing. I remember one guy used to hang out in front of the liquor store in front of our house. All he did was ask for money to drink. But you know what? If I needed a good conversation, I could get it from him, you know. And if he seen me crossing the street, car was coming, he'd be the one to tell me get out the way. Sometimes we need to tell somebody get out the way from that, you know. And like I say, you know, start looking out for each other. You know, I know it's pretty hard concept, but when I was younger, I mean, somebody in the neighborhood saw you doing the wrong thing, or caught you stealing in the store, they grab you by your ear and drag you home. And you better not fight. They might spank your ass before you get home. And then your mama will whoop your ass. So, you know, thank God for mama. Mama raised 6 kids by herself. And like I said, I never really met my father until I was about 5 or 6. But I got to give him props too, you know, because when he finally did come into my life, he taught me a trade. I made a good living, and I still make a good living at it. And he was never ashamed of the fact that, hey, he couldn't get along with my mom, so they went their separate ways. But I give moms props. She never chased after him for child support or nothing, you know. And she showed love to him and his new woman, you know. And people need to stop hating on themselves and each other. I mean, God put you here for a reason. Find your reason for living. Know what you're here for. Know what you want. And if you don't know, find out. Don't just sit back and take whatever comes to you, you know. Make a life for yourself. Be a contributor to the community, you know. Everybody has a calling. Like they always tell me in YouTube, find your niche. You got a niche. Find your niche, you know. And like I said, I don't like to work on Sundays. I know it's been a while since I did a live stream, but happy Father's Day to the real ones, okay? And if I can help in any kind of way, I will. And if you got any help out there for me and mine, please shoot it my way because I need it. I'm holding my phone. I'm doing this video right now. I know you see the cracks in the paint in my window, but you know what? These people, they love me and they love this building. And they got black folks in here and they take care of them and they ain't trying to get rich off of them, you know. And that's the way black folks should do. And if they got a problem, you know what? Come see me. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be the first one online for them. And the same vice versa, you know. I'm into my IHHS service now, in-home health care. My neighbor, we look out for each other. That's the way we used to be. Kids need to learn how to do that again. Young people need to learn how to do that again. It's too much about the wood grain in your car and whether your wheels are spinning and if you got money. If you got money, why don't you just keep it on the low and shoot somebody some of that money and let them do something good in the community? I like the way Denzel got down. He was doing things and didn't tell nobody. Prince, the same way. He was doing things for people who didn't tell nobody. Give to God because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here. And all the good mentors that I met, and see, that's part of the reason why I don't really want to do this on a Sunday, but I think the Lord would be pleased. You can't do nothing without knowing a higher power. Sometimes you have to meditate, pray, be at peace with yourself. Find peace with yourself. And usually you'll have problems, especially if you tread in water, because anytime you tread in water, that means you're trying to stay above it. And if you're making progress, that means you're going to make waves, you know? So, and I'm sure some of you folks out there saying, but look, this guy's teeth is screwed up, man. How can he walk around like that? You know what I remember? I remember running into this beautiful girlfriend I used to have, and she started losing her teeth. And at that time, all my teeth was intact. And I said, "Damn, baby, what you gonna do? What you gonna do with them teeth? Why don't you do something about them teeth?" She said, "Oh, I ain't worried about it right now. I'll take care of it later." And I said, "Okay, but boy, they sure messing up your look." Now look at me. I got two teeth in my mouth, and they might be messing up my looks to you, but I'm still the same. Remember one thing: you are greater than the part of you. The whole of you is greater than the part of you. Remember that. Don't feel bad about your weight. Don't feel bad about your sexuality. Don't feel bad about your teeth. Don't feel bad about your color. Don't feel bad about your financial situation. Don't feel bad about where you come from. Don't feel bad about where you've been. Don't feel bad about who you know, who you don't know. And the list goes on and on. The main point is feel good about yourself. Be good to yourself. Love yourself. And then you can love somebody else. And first and foremost, you know what they tell you when you're hitting turbulence and your plane is about to go down? Some of y'all been in that situation. I bet y'all prayed, "Oh Lord, please don't take me now." Uh, what they tell you to do? First thing they tell you to do, uh, when that mask drop down, you have to put it on yourself first, and then you put it on your kids. If you can't make it, you can't help nobody. First, you gotta be able to help yourself. You gotta be able to help yourself, man. All right, before you can help somebody else. And that's what kept me. Excuse me, I'm gonna take me a little snizzle. That's what helped me. My little brother was trying to get the situation together. He knew he could always call on me. Gil, shout out to you, Gil. Little nut. If you watching this, man, give me a shout out. Say I'm with you, big bro. All right, in the comment. And his kids, all his lovely kids, man. I love his kids. And my estranged son, wherever you are, I still love you, man. I know you got the balls in the game to be out there strong and hold your own. And I made you that way. And I'm glad you got it in your DNA. And I'm a poet and didn't know it. Ha ha. And like I said before, if you had to make it some kind of way and people look down on you, say all kind of lousy things about you, don't let it get to you. Because brothers and sisters, we all have to play the cards we dealt. Some people got all the aces. But just because you got a lousy hand don't mean that you got to throw it in. You just got to play the cards you dealt. Make the best of it. It's always going to be another deal. You know, you keep living it, it'll be another day. I guarantee it. And if your problem is money, which that's what my problem is right now, keep living. Because if you keep living and you keep eating, you're going to get some more money. All right. Trust me. Unless you want to starve. Um, what else I want to say? Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. I don't even really see nobody tuned in yet. Maybe I'm doing this wrong. I don't know. We'll find out. I didn't want to start until I got 100 people, but then the day is moving on and the sun is rising up from the east, and it's about to be past noon, almost 1 o'clock. If you like what you hear, and one love. It's always on the move, man. And that's what the world need more of. We need more love. We need more unity. That's why the founder named us One Love, United Coast to Coast. All right, we got people. It may not seem like we got people, but we got people. Trust me. We got people in LA. We got people in Compton. And we got people in the Bahamas. We got people in New York. We got people in Los Angeles. Yeah, like I said, that Inglewood, um, Compton, you name it. Here in San Francisco, I'm here. I'm representing. Um, and I want to see y'all wearing them shirts. Send me some pics with them shirts. The next live when I do, I want to post them. I want to post y'all in your t-shirts. And this is just a rough draft. I'm not going to leave this video like this. I'm going to try to add some things. I'm going to try to clip off some things. I love some good music. So you're going to hear some good music. And you're going to hear some old school music, okay? And yeah, if you don't like my teeth and you don't like the way I look, put something put something in my Cash app. That's Cash WCW Watcher. All right. Drop me about $100 in there if you feel like I'm ugly enough. Drop me about $100 in there, and I'll start a fund. I got ways and means though. I work 3, 4 jobs. I got 2 or 3 streams of income, and it ain't about the money really, though that's part of it. It's mostly about being for real and not wanting to be fake and put something in my mouth that is man-made, you know. And like most black men who are conscious about the way the Food and Drug Administration and all the doctors and stuff like that got formulated, the dentistry and everything else. All of them people were experimental. And at one time they experimented on guess who? Niggas. And sorry to say it didn't turn out good for a lot of folks. So I'm leery about hospitals and dentists and all that. If you can give me some words of encouragement, please send a shout out and give me some words of encouragement because I'm not scared of a whole lot of things, but I'm sure leery about these people that's supposed to be taking care of me and filling my teeth and giving me implants and got a drill in my head to give me some decent teeth and all that. I'm so leery. I swear to God, help me. Help me in that. If you don't send me a dime, help me with that. Okay. Send a shout out. Give me some encouragement. Put a smile on there. All right. And that'll push me to do the right thing. And above all, thank you for coming. Thank you for listening. And I love you. And I love my family. Mom, I know you out there. You were my father. Happy Father's Day to you, Mom. And my dad, who's gone on to be with the Lord, he never believed in God. He was a scientist. He drank a fifth of Jack Daniels every day, and he smoked Philip Morris Commanders, and he lived to be in his late 80s. He was also a dietitian. So I give him props for being the man he was, even though he didn't raise my family. He took a wife in that he loved, and she had 12 kids from somebody else, and he helped raise them, and they all loved him. And Tom, you up there in heaven, I give you props. And all you Bow family brothers and sisters, all those Bows, those my brothers and sisters. And their mama Wilma just had a birthday. I loved her to death. She was so sweet. Wilma, I know you up in heaven with Tom, trying to find a bingo game right now. And I give you props. And my sister Sonia, oh yeah, I love me some Sonia. And Debbie and Willie and all the other kids, you know, grandkids, all them folks treated me good. And I love each and every one of them. And I hope they see this video. If y'all in there, if you're a Bow, give me a shot. Say the Bows in the house. Okay. Those are my brothers and sisters out of St. Louis. They live in Oakland now. Don't fuck with me, y'all. Excuse my language. I got peoples everywhere, okay? And I ain't never been a scary one. And folks from St. Louis had a lot to do with that. Um, Also, to my friends and family and local too, brothers and sisters, black, white, red, yellow, brown, Mexican, Palestinian, Israeli, Iranian, you name it. Our brothers and sisters all over the world. All right. I give you props today. Happy Father's Day to you. And Bruce, you doing a young gay man. He's a beautiful man. Carrying the ball, even though we lost the hiring hall. I don't know if some of y'all from San Francisco, you know, it used to be over there on Leavenworth and Golden Gate, but now the corners are all covered by drug addicts and junkies. Struggling. I ain't mad at them either. You know, you got to do what you got to do, you know, to be happy, you know. And One Love is not here to point no fingers at nobody, you know. One Love is here to find unity and unite the planet and stop all this fussing and fighting. And I hope that I can help. And I give props to everybody that signed in on my page. I worked a couple of nice conventions. Started a few days ago. I was at 193. Now I'm at 211. I'm trying to get 500 subscribers. And if you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe. If you don't like it, go ahead, click don't. If you don't like it, you got something nasty to say, go ahead and say it. I'm not going to be mad at you because everybody's entitled to their opinion. But you know what? All I can say is live long enough and learn. Yeah, that's all I can say. Live long enough and learn. And you will begin to see that we are all in the same boat, you know. And basically, my time is running out. I don't know if I even opened my chat.